that storm has set in pretty good actually. So I'm going to stay in the shed I think for the rest of the day. It's going to be in till past dinner time tonight, so close the door, keep it nice and warm in here. I was editing that previous video about this bag and how to strap it nicely to the thing, so I've come up with an idea. Got some hardware. I already had all this stuff, so there's probably better ways to do it, but I'm just using what I got. So I've got these nutsert things. So yeah, I think it's this size I'm using, the M8s. So you drill a hole, put them in, use the special gun, which is this one. It's like a pop rivet gun, and it squeezes them in between the metal that you're putting it in, squeezes them and leaves you with a thread. There's a thread in there. So, and then I've got two sizes of bolts. I'm hoping to use them, but I think it's going to be too thick to go through the bracket, because that's going to be inside the actually it might not be, yeah, that's going to be inside the bag. Then you're going to have the bag under here, and then that needs to stick through the rack there. So if I can use the shorter ones, it'd be good, because then there won't be anything sticking out. I've got longer ones, but I don't want to cut them because they're stainless steel, and it's going to be a bastard to cut them, the longer ones there. So that's what I use to drill the hole in the back of the rack. It's just a lot cleaner. Drill bits tend to rip up the metal a bit, whereas that's the kind of finish you get. If it's gonna, yeah, you get a nice tapered finish. You don't even have to clean the hole up. So they're drilled. I'm gonna paint them quickly just so they're not raw steel. I think it's aluminium. No, that's cool. Yeah, no, that's aluminium. That's not steel. Pretty sure. What's a good way to check? Magnet. Yeah, no magnet. So that's cool. Oh, while I was editing that video too, I didn't even realise, what an idiot. I was complaining about this not being level, but you can just loosen that, and there you go. You can tilt it. So I didn't even realise. I've left a note in the video, so I'll play with that later. But yeah, I didn't even realise, so I forgot all about that. I'm trying to get it level by getting it on this level bit of the handlebars, but yeah, easy as. So yeah, I'll and then obviously you're going to have to drill holes. I don't mind. Drill holes in there through that stuff, and then once I know it's going to work, the velcro, I'll just cut those tabs. I'll just cut these tabs off, cut all the velcro off, and look heaps cleaner. Look really good then. So I've kind of got everything ready. I've already spent like half an hour just drilling all the holes, making these holes a little bit bigger. They're an existing bracket with holes there, but they're just about maybe 2 or 3 mil out, so I just had to elongate the holes a bit. So I'll get this, first things first is get them in, then the holes in the bag, we'll do them, and then just so you don't scratch anything, because they're going to be facing up and that bracket's going to be in the bag, I've got some carpet left over from when I did the bike rack. So I'm just going to cut a nice bit of carpet to go down the bottom, just so anything that you put in the bag sits on this and doesn't get scratched by that. So yeah, I haven't got a good track record with these using this. I strip them out and break these, and so let me just do one, and then if I do them alright on the last one, I'll do the last one on camera. But I've got to get some practice first. It's not something you use all the time. I don't use it all the time, so I'm not very good at it. But yeah, 2 seconds and I'll get back. Okay, so I didn't even get one in. Told you. So the deal is, so when you squash them, that's what they come up like. Yep. See in there. So that's one that hasn't been touched, and then that has been. So then it squashes. But if you have a look at that gap between the squash and the rim there, this is way too thick. If you have a look in there, that's a lot thicker. I don't know if you can buy different ones, but I don't have anything thicker than that. So that's going to go in the bin. That's that. That's that idea out the window. But it doesn't matter. You really, all you need is that and a bolt. So hopefully I got the right size bolt. So I'll check what I got, and hopefully I got some nylock ones, or I'll just put some Loctite on them. Okay, so I've got nylock nuts, spring washers. So this thing's not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to use these longer ones, which is probably better because they're stainless. I don't know what they are. So all good, nice and strong. I put some tape down. So what I'm going to do now is peel that off. So that way I know where these holes are. So it's like a template. And then I've marked up just here. That's where one of the holes is. So that's going to be the back left. This one. That's that one. So that way I know where that hole is. So I'm just going to drill through nicely. Hopefully it doesn't make a mess of the bag. It shouldn't do. I've done this a few times, but not on bags this size, on other ones for scooters. So that way I get one hole, and then I'll have to open her up, and then I'll get that hole will pop through here. I might even split this. That way I can kind of tape it back, and the bolts are under, and I might not even need that carpet then. We'll see how we go. But yeah, then I get one hole, and then I'll get that template in and lay the rest over and drill holes that way. And all 4 holes should be all square to the bag, to each other, and the right distance apart from each other. So that's the plan, that's the theory. It's probably not going to go down like that, but see what happens. So yeah, just drilled the holes. Just had that template from the rack on there, like that. Marked them up, drilled the holes. I used a step drill again. It's a really nice, better than a drill bit. It's a bit more controllable, and it doesn't like rip the material. Even you can see that, it's pretty nice, and it's the same on the other side, which is a good thing. And yeah, hopefully they're gonna fit on there now. So give that a bash. Okay, all done. So that's all bolted. I've rattle gunned that big time, so that's not going anywhere. You got to say that. It's all nicely centered. Bike's on an angle, so it looks funny, but yeah, it's all same distance hanging off there. So I'm going to cut all these straps off now to make it look nice. And I've got to put the carpet in the bottom. Yeah, and that's it. So you can. I've split that so the bolts are under, but they still stick up a fair bit. So I'll just carpet the bottom, cut the straps off, and I'll get back to you. Okay, and there we are. That looks quite good. Probably can't really see it, but yeah, a bit cleaner without all the straps hanging off it. I'm only using the back ones just to stabilise it at the back, otherwise it wants to jump around a bit. So that locks it down nice. But yeah, as far as the sides go, pretty good, nice and clean. You can see the bolts just sticking through underneath. So, but you could hang off that, no dramas. That's the big M8 bolts. So yeah, no, they're not going to go anywhere. And then I also fixed that up. So that's it's not perfectly level, but yeah, it's good enough. Better than what it was the other day anyway. That was pretty bad. So yeah, another job done. I keep saying I'm not going to change anything else on this bike, but I keep coming up with little things to do on it, so I won't say it again. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to go changing too much. I got nothing else really to do. I just wanted to clean that bag up. That wasn't really a change. I've got my big light to put on, but I don't think it needs it. I might be going out Friday night, but maybe not with this weather. I think the weather's going to be pretty crap. So I've charged the battery up. I'm hoping to get out tomorrow, and I was going to do. I'll put a screenshot on, but I was hoping to do a run. It's about 50 or just under 50 k's all up. From my place down, I don't know which way I'm going to go yet, but probably go down Reed Highway, or east on Reed Highway, and then up can't remember the name of the road. It's one of the major roads that runs right through the guts of the Swan Valley. I was just thinking it might be better to actually do that on the weekend, because the Swan Valley during the week is not that busy, which is probably a good time to do it actually. But there's a bike path the whole way. Oh no, look, I'll do it tomorrow if the weather's good, and then we can do it again another day. It's no dramas. On a weekend, like on a Sunday afternoon or like lunchtime, and as long as the weather's nice, there's hundreds of people out there. There's tour buses and wine tasting buses and beer buses and all sorts of things. So yeah, I'll do that another time. So I was going to go east down Reed. I think it's West Swan Road. I can't remember. I think it's West Swan Road. So go north on West Swan. You'll see there's a really nice coffee shop actually. So I'll probably stop there for a coffee. And then I'll have to ask them, because they've got drive-through. I don't want to leave the bike out and go into the shop. So they've got a drive-through. So as long as they let me go through the drive-through on my bike, we'll get a coffee. I think they got a walk-up window actually. That's even better. Yeah, they got a walk-up window where the drive-through thing is. So that's spot on. I don't mind leaving the bike just within a couple of metres of me, but yeah, I don't want to leave it when I go in the shop. Yeah, and then keep going north. You go through all the main. There's a chocolate factory. There's some breweries. There's some heaps of wineries. And I'll go all the way to the top to Nangara Road, and then go west on Nangara past Ellenbrook. And then I want to go down, I think it's called Drumpelia Road. Google Maps shows it as being a single lane and getting some work done on it, but I know it's finished now. It's been finished for about a year or so, and I'm pretty sure they put a separate bike path in next to the road. No, it's not even on the road, it's next to the road. So I might even go for a drive this afternoon just to suss it out. But maybe not. I might just chance it. There'll be a way to get around anyway. And then from there, that takes you down to Whiteman Park, the main entrance. So then we'll go through Whiteman Park. I won't stop too much in Whiteman Park, but yeah, go through Whiteman Park and pop out at near Tonkin Highway, and then Hepburn Ave and back home again. So it's a good run. 50 Ks, so what, 22, 4, 6, about 3 hours. So it'll be a good test for the bike. Good test for my legs and a good test for my bum without wearing these padded shorts that I've got. I'm just going to risk it and go straight on this nice seat here. So yeah, it should be good. Don't forget that. So this bag came with like a rain cover, that thing. So, oh yeah, and I got the carpet in there, but you can't really see it because I've got everything else in there now. Yeah, I'll just stuff that down there. That holds it in even nicer. Everything's nice and tight in there. It's good. Nothing jumps around. Hopefully, just the sunnies are just resting on the lid there, so that should hold everything down. So yeah, that should be good. Fill the drink bottle up and go for a nice big ride tomorrow. As long as the weather plays nice, we'll see. They're saying rain all the rest of today, all overnight, but then stopping around 9 o'clock. So that's about the time I wanted to go anyway. So yeah, I will go that way, because that means we're going to get to the coffee shop quicker. If I go the other way, it's going to be on the way home, whereas if we go this way, it's going to be after about the first hour. So all good. But yeah, like I said, the battery's been on charge all this morning. It went green, and I just left it just in case it was doing some kind of balancing to all the cells in there. So you're better off just to leave it. So it probably had 4 hours or so on the green, saying that it was full, but hopefully it's balanced out. And yeah, that'll be a sweet run. So all good. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, if the rain stops. Cheers.